What's going on, guys? The Ace Show is back for the first time in a very long time, and I have a really good reason. That is, Madden Mobile, or as it's known as now, Madden NFL Football, has just released, and actually, well, pardon the notification, yesterday I thought it was supposed to be August 15th. My calendar said it, my phone said it, and everything, but I couldn't play Madden Mobile until later yesterday evening because, of course, I'm on Android. There was one heck of a delay in getting us the game, so unfortunately, I didn't get to start playing until last night, but today you'll get to see some of my progress, and I just kind of wanted to give you a quick review, I guess, in my mind of how this game is. So to start off, the head-to-head is a little bit different this year. If it'll load up here. You don't have to wait for your opponent to play each drive before you play yours. You can play it all at once, and you can find an opponent. And I don't know, it's quite a bit different, and the presentation of it's really different from last season and the prior seasons. So I'm all for it. It's pretty cool. It's very similar. We're still not playing head to head at the same time. We're taking turns with drives, but it's a little bit better, I think, an improvement from the last couple games. One thing I do like is the daily goals this year. You get a lot of experience from these, and I think this is more kind of necessary than anything because your live events do not give as much experience as they used to. You're only getting like 20 XP a pop on these things, so that's nowhere near enough to actually have any levels by. So it's almost necessary to have these daily goals, but they're definitely worth doing. You get some good coins. It's a great way to start out the game. So that's something that's new. We don't have to wait till season score comes out to actually care about daily goals. The defensive game plan, from what I can tell, is still very similar to what it was. If I can find it here, the layout's a little bit different, but the game plan very similar to last year, which was not my favorite rendition of game plans. I liked them way better in the first and second seasons of Madden. Madden Mobile, they were way easier and just a little less gimmicky. I don't like the thought of having to upgrade my defense, but who knows? I mean, there are some of you who probably liked it last year, so you might like it this year too. Either way, they haven't really changed it much from what I can tell. It looks like they've just kept the same skin and everything. It's remaining just like it was before. One of the biggest new things they've added is long shot mode. I really didn't think this was coming to mobile, but here it is. I don't know if there's going to be more to it or if this is it, but I'll just say this. It's very short. I mean, it's different. It's definitely different. I like something new, but it is very short. I decided to start it before I went to bed last night, and I actually beat it, and I got the quarterback and the wide receiver before I fell asleep. So you can go back and replay it, and I guess you can continue to upgrade your players, and we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, it's different. It's kind of short, and I hope they add more to it. I think it has some potential to keep players a little bit interested, but in essence, it's not a great storyline by any means, and it's just the same little games we're used to playing. So it's okay. It's different enough. I'm cool with it. Okay. It is a quick way to get some good players, and I'll just show you my team right now. You get this quarterback from beating it, and I chose the speedy version of him. And you also get several upgrade tokens, so he's already at 89 speed and 85 acceleration, which is pretty elite considering I only played the game for one day. And then we have our wide receiver at 83 speed, 91 excel. I mean, in the first season of Madden, you wouldn't have had anything like these guys until quite a bit later in the season. But so I'm going to be playing with these no-name quarterbacks and wide receivers for quite a while, I think. And it's going to be a little weird. And as you can see here, of course, plenty of elites to go around. Kind of weird how they're starting off with that. But the level cap has increased to 125, I think. So it could be that these aren't as elite as they seem. If the cap is really that high, 82 is going to be the new 70 something. So we'll see with time. But right now, I'm kind of cool with it. I don't mind starting out with an okay team. Another new thing that they added was the trainable players, and I'm not sure if this is like a money grab or if it'll actually add some depth to the game. I'm gonna enjoy playing around with it while I can, and I've enjoyed upgrading these two guys, the freebie players from Long Shot. They've been kind of cool, and I've upgraded my freebie Todd Gurley a little bit, and I don't know, it's interesting to see him grow. I don't know what I think of every player having the potential to be a beast, but it could be kind of cool if they do it right. Only time will tell if it's kind of neat or if it's just another money gimmick. But yeah, that's the training thing. I'm not complaining. It's a new feature. So another big thing you noticed here at the very beginning, the layout is very different. Now, it's not so different that you can't recognize the game anymore. You go to live events, they look the same as they did in Season 1. So it's not too different, but the homepage is kind of cool. It's a lot more like the consoles, very convenient. So I kind of like that a great deal. The live events, they're still the same old gameplay, and the sets for them are really weird. I haven't really figured those out yet. I think it's essentially the same thing we've always had, but we'll be able to see these 24/7 things. Well, they're a little different, but you get like out of 1,000, but you get several cards at a time. Very different from what we're used to doing. We're used to plugging in like 10 things. So I don't know. It's pretty much just a multiple of what we had before, but I'll figure them out as time goes on. As you can see, I'm not too clear on them. The stamina system obviously is way different looking. If you look up, you'll see it's out of 305 stamina. That's kind of wild. But they just pretty much multiplied it by 10. From what I can tell, it's very similar. It just looks different now with the bigger numbers, but it'll replenish and everything very similarly to how it did before. So really, not a lot's changed. They've added a lot of cool things, but I do have one big complaint, and this is really my only huge complaint right now, is the marketplace. To get to the auction house, you have to go to marketplace, then auction. I'm on the auction like more than anything in this game. It's like the best part of this game. I really don't like having to go to marketplace and then auction before getting to the players. So whatever, minor complaint there. They might end up taking that out. I guess we'll see. But I guess to give you a final wrap up here, to make sure this video is not 8 years long, this is probably the most different Madden Mobile's been in the 4 seasons since its initial release. So it seems a little bit more in depth. I guess we'll see over time how in depth it really is, or if it's just kind of on the surface in depth and it's not going to add that much gameplay. But it's not so different from what the game's always been, which is a good and a bad thing. I guess we need an easy transition. Personally, I'm getting a little tired of the game after several years of playing it and it being pretty much the same thing. So any changes are really welcome at this point. If they want to revamp the whole thing and have my live events not be on a US map, I'd be okay with that. This is getting a little dated if you ask me. So but yeah, enough changes to make the game different and interesting here, and still not too far from the old game. I like it. I think it's going to be good. I doubt I'm going to be playing it as much as I played in the previous seasons, just because I am honestly getting a little burnout on Madden Mobile. But this is the fun part, the beginning. It's always the enjoyable portion of the game. So I'm going to try to enjoy it while its utility lasts for me. So there's that. I like the game. Let me know what you guys think of the game. And I haven't had any time to look for any budget beasts or anything like that because I was given so many free good players. I was like, I don't even care. But if any of you guys have looked up budget beasts, throw them my way, man. Mention them in the comments. Help somebody out who's trying to build up their team. As you can see, here's my team. You can just take one more look at it here. But let me know if you found any good players for cheap that you really like. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. That's my quick review of Madden Mobile or Madden Football in the 2018 season here. And I'll see you next time. Peace.